The president, I want to go to Puerto Rico, says the administration does not get enough credit for their response to Hurricane Maria. Do you agree? I mean, it was a very complicated situation, and it is an island, but 3,000 people died.
I covered the Iraq War. Baghdad was put back together faster than Puerto Rico, and they don't even like us.
But then help me understand the president's strategy here, right?
It's called lying. There's a technical term for it. It's just called lying. You just stand up there and you lie. We did a great job. We did a terrible job.
If we did such a terrible job, and I would say we absolutely did, I was there just a few months ago, who do these lies work for? Why would the president have an unforced error like this and say, you know, when granted, he said it was an A+ in Florida and Texas, but we did the best job in Puerto Rico? We didn't.
He's incapable of critical self-reflection, incapable of a kind of a self-assessment which will allow him to say, we made mistakes. What was interesting about that particular presser is that he didn't mention one person who died. He didn't say our hearts go out to the 2,975 people who are dead. He didn't show any sense of empathy. And that's because in some significant way, Donald Trump is a deeply morally flawed human being. I've called him indecent. And so his response to the tragedy of Puerto Rico, and let's remember, it's not just simply Hurricane Maria, Hurricane Irma and Maria, what it did to the Virgin Islands, and St. Thomas is still struggling, and that they don't come into view. It has something to do with the fact that he is such a narcissist that in that moment he can't think of anyone else.
He doesn't view them as our family, he views them as our neighbors.
Right, he views them as our neighbors, and let's be honest, these are islands populated by people of color.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.